Hey guys, Christina Regine here. Today we are making chewy brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Now, I prefer to use chocolate chunks in my cookies, but at the time of the making of this video, I did not have a baking bar to chop into chunks. I did, however, have chocolate chips. So, if you're like me and you prefer chocolate chunks over chips, but you only have chips on hand, I'm going to show you how I make chocolate chunks out of chips. So, let's get started. I have 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips in a glass microwave-safe measuring cup. I'm going to place this cup in the microwave for 30 seconds at maximum power. Obviously, at this point they're not melted yet. Just use a rubber spatula to stir them and place the cup or bowl, whatever you're using, back into the microwave for another 30 seconds. Stir really well before returning the cup to the microwave. However, this time you should microwave only in 10-second intervals, stirring after each interval until the chocolate chips are completely melted. For me, it took no more than 2 10-second intervals to fully melt the chocolate chips, but depending on what kind or what brand of chips you're using and how loaded they are with emulsifiers, you might need more or less time to fully melt the chocolate. And here's a tip. For every cup of chocolate chips you have, add 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil to it once you're done melting it to make it less thick and easier to manage. Now I am pouring my melted chocolate onto a tray lined with parchment paper so that way it will come off easily, neatly, and mess-free once it has resolidified. Spread out the chocolate evenly and place it in the freezer. It takes about 3 hours for it to freeze completely in preparation for it to be chopped into chunks. Now let's get started on our cookie dough. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and to it I'm adding 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, which adds to the chewiness of the cookies. Add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. Combine everything with a fork and then set aside. Now let's start on the brown butter. Here I have 2 sticks or 1 cup of unsalted butter in a stainless steel saucepan. Always use stainless steel when making brown butter so it is easy to see how it progresses as you are cooking it. Cook the butter at medium heat while whisking constantly just until it browns. Never turn away from this and always keep your eyes on it as butter can burn very quickly and easily. The butter is done cooking once it is golden brown with a toasty, nutty smell to it. Once it's done, immediately transfer the brown butter to a glass bowl so it will not burn. Brown butter can very easily and quickly turn into burnt butter, and no one wants burnt butter in their cookies. Scrape every last bit of the brown butter from the pan into the bowl because that's where all the flavor bits are, and let it cool for about 10 minutes before continuing. Add 1 tablespoon of pure, not imitation, vanilla extract to the brown butter and whisk until combined. Add 2/3 of a cup of sugar. I use cane sugar, but white sugar works perfectly too. Then add 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Combine the mixture until smooth. It's really hard to mix a bowl with one hand while holding a camera in the other, you guys. Okay, so now let's add 1 large egg and 2 large egg yolks. Egg yolks add to the chewiness of the cookies and gives them an even richer flavor. Whisk until smooth. Now let's add the flour mixture little by little or just in 2 parts and fold until combined. Our dough has come together. Now let's put it to the side so we can chop up our chocolate. Here's the chocolate, which has been in the freezer for more than 3 hours now. Remember, I only did this step because I did not have a chocolate baking bar to chop up into chunks, but I am only showing you this step in case you happen to be in the same position I was in, where you only have chocolate chips on hand but would prefer to use chocolate chunks. So here I have chopped up the chocolate into these nice chocolate pieces. Now let's add our chocolate to the dough and fold the pieces in. And our cookie dough is ready. Resist the urge to dig in before baking. I recommend chilling the dough for at least 4 hours before baking to let the ingredients get to know each other a little better, or even 24 hours for maximum flavor. But if you don't want to wait that long, these cookies taste amazing even if you don't chill the dough beforehand. Scoop up about 2 tablespoons of dough for each cookie. At 350 degrees Fahrenheit, bake for 8 to 10 minutes. Do not overbake the cookies even if they don't look completely done. Just let them sit for 10 minutes and they will continue to cook as they set. And here are our chocolate chip cookies. Look how beautiful those chunks of chocolate look in them. Whew. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you like this recipe. For more recipes, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.